Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. We've reached a defining point in the season. Week 8 in a huge game here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Hoosiers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, he'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on him. Nope, steps out of bounds.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect. And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a number one receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. And you're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Now on the move. They make the stop, and not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared, and he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second.
He smashes his way through again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
The 11th play of this opening drive coming up at this one, a 3rd and long. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Underwood to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
I think some people will get upset. What are you doing? Why are you throwing the football away? I'm in field goal range. I take a sack.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pulls it in down the sideline. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going. The Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Marshall. Nowhere to go.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll move the wide receiver. He's trying to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
They're going to try for 2. Now, if you don't get this, you might be chasing points the rest of the game. Calls his own number. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. He'll bring it out. It's Richard. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Drops back. It's Cherry. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. There he goes. Crosses midfield. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Rashada Downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Indiana! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab on the right. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. From the gun, the running back has it.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, he's got some space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Underwood. Oh, pressure's coming. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Michigan! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so...
Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Dropping back, it's Cherry. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
All right, Drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. What's really important for this quarterback now is to come back to the receiver, even after dropping that ball, to show him that you still got confidence in him, and you know it's a long game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Fires to the middle. That's reeled in. It's Shepard. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Hoosiers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws for the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's shot. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. They're all over him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up when...
Going deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throwing, Underwood. Moving out to the right. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Another 3rd down stop for this defense, and they're excited, but you always kind of got to watch. Like, they shouldn't go for it on 4th down here on their own end, but this team has shown they are not scared. 4th down is just another down. They will stay aggressive. I don't know if they read the analytics or not, but it usually says 4th down, and I'm going for it.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Back to pass, it's Cherry. Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here's Underwood to throw. Extending the play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Throws to the tight end. Out wide left. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Underwood. Looking left. Pulls it in. It's Buchanan. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wants to throw again. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of matchup somewhere else.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. 4th down, Underwood. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Shepard. Could not make his way to the corner. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll ride him again. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
Well, he was trying his best to get out of the end zone, but the penetration up front is what got that safety for the defense. Shooting their gaps, winning the one-on-ones. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing, Underwood. He'll pull it down. He breaks a tackle. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll try the counter. Powers through the defender.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Quick completion to the right. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Here's Underwood to throw. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the 1st half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So
field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Making the adjustment. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Underwood still looking to his right. Fires on the move. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
that they did on that possession. The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. From deep, it's Richard. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Keeps it moving, it's Shepard. Turning it on! Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 6 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Hurricanes, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today.
Back to pass, it's Cherry.
And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet, but brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Under pressure. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Rush right in his face. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The offense will stay out there to go for it on 4th down again. They're 3 for 4 so far in this one. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They're 3 for 4 on 4th down in this one, and they'll try it again. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires left. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Throwing, Underwood. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Move to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Touchdown, Michigan! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. This guy is so impressive, both with his ability to move, to buy time, to run, and then he'll kill you with his arm.
Unbelievable. He's just a freak. It's like he's playing a video game, and everybody else is trying to play real-life football. It's ridiculous to be that fast and still be a quarterback, still make plays down the field. It's just not fair.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Left side, it's Marsh. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Marsh. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Hoosiers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Drops back on 1st down. Out wide left, it's Shepard. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Look out. Takes a hit as he fires. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's Underwood to throw. Got his man. Out across the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
He'll be dropped.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. This quarterback part of their running game. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Underwood. Finds his man. There he goes. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
There's some room. 30. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Wolverines! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This defense not only searching... Oh, and they blocked him. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Richard. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Cherry. Left side is Henderson. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch on the left. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Man, this has been a fun one to watch, guys. This is quarterback play at a high level. It's fun to watch guys that are executing, that are going through their progressions, making big play after big play. Both these guys, you got to tip your cap because the quarterback play so far today has been absolutely outstanding.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Way off target there.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
2nd and long here. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Cherry. Rushes on. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Out wide left, it's Shepard. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Rolls right. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Next, going for the goal line. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And that's why this guy is so dangerous. He's an explosive play just waiting to happen, and it doesn't have to come just handing the football off. That was a simple check-down throw, but he got it to him in space, and all of a sudden he does the rest, right? He's able to see the field. He's making people miss. He's got tremendous contact balance and speed. They get an explosive play in the passing game on a simple check-down throw to the running back.
He's got it. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. Coming out with it, it's Richard. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Dropping back, it's Cherry. Buying time to his right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Becker. Pulled to the ground. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
He makes a catch. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Oh, pressure's coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
And he gets rid of it.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. They're all over him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball fell.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on fourth down. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Making the adjustment on the play. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Michigan. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone, it's Richard. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Wants to throw. It's Cherry. Left side is shot. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Trying to make one miss. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. The give on the counter. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. He's changing the play. Underwood from the gun on third down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Underwood stepping to the right. He's not afraid to go deep. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Cherry. Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Second down to the air. Rush right in his face. Going to try to get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offensive